Hello and welcome to the channel. We've all seen the dramatic four-chair turns, the incredible voices that leave the coaches speechless. But sometimes, the most impactful moment of an audition has nothing to do with music at all. It's about a single, unexpected act of humanity. This is the story of Myra Tran, a powerhouse singer from Vietnam who poured her heart into Clean Bandit's Symphony. She had the skill, the energy and the passion, but when the final note faded, the chairs stayed forward. A singer's dream was momentarily crushed. The air was thick with disappointment, and it was all captured on camera. But then, something truly shocking happened. Out of the chaos of a failed audition, a legend stepped forward, not to critique her voice, but to heal her heart. Snoop Dogg, a man known globally for his music, proved in that single moment that he's not just a coach. He's a counselor, a motivator, and a massive source of light. The internet is calling this the hug that moved the world of The Voice, and the resulting public conversation has been overwhelming. Was Snoop Dogg a rapper or a counselor in that moment? We're going to dive into the public's reaction to Snoop's unprecedented compassion and ask the central question that defines this moment. Why did Snoop Dogg's heartbroken advice and hug change everything about this audition? And why is the world now seeing a totally new side of Uncle Snoop? Myra Tran came onto the Voice stage carrying the weight of her family and her country on her shoulders. Hailing from Vietnam, she now lives in California, chasing a dream she's held since she was a child. Her rendition of Symphony was technically ambitious, full of powerful belts and high notes, but as the chairs remained stubbornly forward, the critiques began. The judges were kind, acknowledging her skill set but ultimately suggesting the song choice and arrangement might have been the crucial misstep. It's the kind of rejection every artist dreads, moment where years of work feel invalidated. The camera caught the genuine disappointment in Myra's eyes as she expressed her deepest motivation. The voice was my dream when I was just a little child, and I want to make my family and my country proud of. That's when the disappointment on the stage transformed into something much more profound. This is the moment that sparked a community conversation that went viral. As Myra fought back tears, Snoop Dogg didn't offer a standard polished farewell. He delivered a spontaneous, powerful lesson, he reassured her. They're very proud of you. You made them all proud today. And then came the line that many in the online discussion have called the most important piece of advice ever given on the show. Sometimes it's not always about winning. Sometimes that L is a lesson. It's not a loss. It's a lesson. But words weren't enough. Snoop, going completely off script and ignoring the usual formalities of the show, rose from his chair, walked to the stage, and pulled Myra into a deep, comforting embrace. This wasn't a celebrity photo op. This was a human connection, a mentor offering genuine solace to a struggling young artist. The immediate reaction across the internet was a tidal wave of appreciation, with many people confessing that this single audition completely redefined their perception of Snoop Dogg. A new stereotype. Many viewers expressed that Snoop Dogg is breaking down old stereotypes. They noted that since he arrived on The Voice, he has shown an incredible level of empathy and genuine concern for the contestants' emotional well-being. Someone beautifully put it, since Snoop Dogg arrived on The Voice, he has shown the kind of human being he truly is, breaking down the stereotypes that fall on him. The best judge. The sentiment that he is one of the best judges on The Voice is overwhelmingly present. People praised his compassion, noting that he is the only coach who has taken the time to hug, comfort, and give life lessons to almost every contestant. Regardless of whether they chose him or not, another fan commented, "Honestly, I think Snoop is one of the best judges on The Voice. His compassion is like no other. A fatherly figure." The comments repeatedly used words like sweet, huge heart, and fatherly to describe his actions. Many felt he was a much-needed light and a force of maturity on the panel, showing a deep, empathetic individual behind the public persona. One person enthusiastically exclaimed, "Snoop is a real daddy. He's been a breath of fresh air throughout the contest. A real matured human." While the emotional moment dominated the conversation, the technical debate about Myra's performance raged on. The analysis from music fans, particularly those familiar with Myra's work in Vietnam, was split into two main camps. The song choice argument. This was the most prevalent critique. Many agreed with the judges that her song choice, Symphony, was not the best vehicle to showcase her strengths. As one person articulated, song choice is 50%. Understand what works in competition is 50%, others suggested she should have opted for a more traditional ballad or a Vietnamese song to better demonstrate her authenticity and range. The technique, debate. Number of listeners, including some who identified as fellow Vietnamese nationals, felt that Myra over-relied on technique and power at the expense of emotional connection. They said she lacked in sophistication and was too focused on showing off her voice, suggesting that while she has a big voice, she needed to connect people to the song. One music enthusiast advised, it's essential to connect people to the song. Less is more. This debate proves that the audience is highly engaged with Myra's journey. Even as they laud Snoop's kindness, there's a collective desire for her to succeed, which fuels the hope for a return. So, did Snoop Dogg's heartbroken advice change the outcome of this audition? The answer is a resounding yes. It didn't change the fact that no chair turned, but it completely transformed the narrative. Instead of being a story about a talented singer's failure, it became an inspiring story about a compassionate legend's wisdom and a young artist's resilience. Snoop's lesson, that an L is a lesson, not a loss, was the payoff that transcended the competition. The public immediately began discussing her comeback. People are convinced that she will return next season, stronger and with a better song choice. As one hopeful viewer stated, what Snoop did is enough to make her get a 4-chair turn next season. Another declared, I think she will learn and come back amazing next year. Excited to see her back. Snoop Dogg didn't just save Myra's emotional stability. He created a viral moment of human goodness and cemented his legacy as a coach who cares more about the artist's journey than the show's format. He walked onto the stage a rapper, but he left an iconic counselor, earning the profound respect of millions. What an incredible demonstration of humanity. Myra Tran came seeking a chair turn, but she left with an invaluable life lesson from Snoop Dogg and the overwhelming support of a global audience. The narrative moved from a conversation about vocal technique to one about character, empathy, and resilience. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you agree with the public's opinion? Was Snoop Dogg's hug the most heartwarming moment of the entire season, proving he is the best coach on the panel? Based on the judges' feedback and the public's debate, what song should Myra Tran choose if she comes back next year to guarantee a chair turn? And finally, what did Snoop's line, "It's not a loss, it's a lesson," mean to you in your own life? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Like this video if you were moved by Snoop's incredible gesture. Subscribe for more deep dives into viral moments. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thank you for watching.